Hello, middle college students and friends. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, I'm trying something a little different with recording. I'm looking a little bit away from the camera, the screen that my camera's on, trying to cut the screen glare a little bit. Hopefully that helps. We'll see how it goes. Also looking at some notes that I typed up. I'll post this outline of my notes with the video, so if you want to look back over them, you can do that. And also putting those up because it came up in our meeting last week that some students were having issues with video because it takes a lot of bandwidth or eats up a lot of data for them. So I'm trying to provide opportunities in case that's a problem for students. So again, I hope everybody's doing well, taking care of yourselves, doing all the things we're supposed to be doing to get through this situation as we continue to move on. We're week 2 of online classes. It's week 3 of the actual classes because all of my classes are half credit. They're just 8 weeks. So we had the first week before break seated, and now we've gone online. So again, things aren't a whole lot different. But last week, met with Dr. Bruner and had some conversations with her, and after that, her suggestion is trying to simplify things even more for people. I think this is a great idea because I think a lot of people, logic might be, well, you're at home, you got plenty of time, but I think we've got a lot of things going on in our world that we're all trying to juggle and manage. So just trying to keep that simple for everybody. So moving on, a little bit about what's going on this week in classes. In each of my classes, got just some basic material up for you, basically some background readings and maybe a few videos integrated here and there. Again, where I have videos, I've tried to bring in as much as I can supplementary or alternative readings so that if people can't access the video, they can look at the reading. If you can, still probably a good idea to go ahead and take a look at those readings as well, but not necessarily have to. So just trying to provide some different routes to get things done. So again, if you're having technology issues with bandwidth or data, you can skip those videos, and there should be other material that will help you get done in the classes. Not as many assignments this week as last week, again, because as I reflected, I thought probably went a little overboard. It's trying to figure out how to balance things in this situation as everybody adjusts. It's taking some time. So in my economics class, there's just a 3-2-1 assignment. And what will happen is that in most of my classes, that's going to become probably the norm, that there will be material to read and view each week, and then you'll do a 3-2-1, pretty basic. When basically the idea there is that you can it's a simple form in which you can show what you've learned from the information that we've covered for the week. So that's all you have in econ. For liberty and law, there's 2 sets of comprehension questions based on a couple of readings from the We the People book. I already had that set up, so I just left them up. They're pretty straightforward, so should not be a problem. And the Holocaust class, that's the one class where may not be doing the 3-2-1s. We'll probably stick with the journaling approach. I think that works really well. It's a great way to reflect on that class. And again, it's pretty simple. So there's some journal assignments. There's also one set of comprehension questions and a fact question response activity, but you can use both of those when we get to the end of the course and the final where you're creating a journal portfolio. And then African American Studies, again, just a 3-2-1 activity. There's some readings, video clips that are up. There's one video from the documentary series that I'll be using quite a bit, the Henry Louis Gates series. And one of the nice things about Films on Demand is they provide transcripts for all the videos, and so I've just uploaded that transcript to my Google Drive and linked it, so if you can't watch the video, you can check out the transcript and get an idea of what is involved in the video. And pardon the background discussion, family's getting ready for lunch, so hopefully you can still hear me okay. As always, you'll submit all your assignments on Canvas. Again, like I said last week, I know a lot of you have started the practice of writing things out on paper and just taking pictures and sending those in. That's fine. That works for me. But I do want them on Canvas. It's just, especially in this situation, really the only option. That's basically what things look like for classes this week. Again, I'm trying to keep it simple and pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions or have any problems, and I've got a handful of people that either have not logged in or have logged in but haven't submitted anything. If you have questions, if you need help, again, I apologize for the background. Lost my train of thought. Pausing here. If I was really good at this, I would go in and probably edit that out. That's probably not going to happen, so provide a little humor for some of you probably. If you have problems, if you have questions, I'm available. Shoot me an email, first step, and then if we need to, I can set up a meeting with you. We can do what's called a Zoom meeting, where we can video real time. Some of you may have used Zoom in other classes. Pretty simple to use. I can explain how to do that in an email to you. There's a couple other options, but Zoom is the one I'm most comfortable with, so that's probably the way I'll go. So I could do a Zoom meeting, and again, you can just email me and we could schedule a time to set that up. I would set the meeting up, send you a link. You use the link to get into that with me. Those would be individual meetings. If that doesn't work for you, and again, I know some people have some technology limitations, we can do a phone meeting. I can connect with you through my Google Voice number. And again, just email me and we can set up a time when we can connect and touch base. And if you need help, assistance with anything, feel free, not just class. I don't know how much I can do to help people out in current situation. Obviously, I don't have the answers for everybody. If I did, that'd be awesome, I guess. But if you just need somebody to touch base with, as I've told you guys before, or listen, if it's something that needs more support, probably send you on to the proper resource or connect you with Dr. Brenner or Miss Wilson or Miss Loveland. But if you just need to connect, hey, let me know and we can set that up. I'd be happy to do that. The other thing I'd mention, again, emphasized last week, stay in tune with the news. Again, I'm leaving the links to all the news sources I mentioned last week. I think you're learning as much in regards to social studies by following the news right now as anything that you might be learning from classroom materials. So I'd encourage you to check in, daily, but don't overwhelm yourself with it. One of the articles I read last week made it a point, and I talked about this in my video last week, to try not to depend on Facebook or social media for your news, because it may not always be the most dependable. It can be overwhelming, it can be frustrating, but just find a news source, use that, check in once a day or so, check out the big headlines. And it is very important to know what's going on and what we should be doing to continue to move forward with this. So I encourage you to do that. And again, as I said last week, I'm going to do whatever I can to get you through my classes. And I do emphasize, if you want to meet with me, just send me an email and we'll figure out how to make that happen. And we can talk, just in general. Or again, if you have questions about classes or how to approach things, we can do that. And again, some people haven't logged in yet. A few of you haven't turned anything in. If you at least turn one thing in a week, that's going to be good. I know a lot of you have a lot of plates that you're spinning, and life is challenging right now. So I get it. So do as much as you can, and I'll do whatever I can to get you through. So I will wrap up here. I hope everybody has a good week. Continue to move forward. Miss seeing you guys. Miss the interaction, the classroom conversation. Enjoy all that. Um, but we're going to make do. We'll get through this, and this is certainly expanded my skills as a teacher. I think in many ways. I think it's probably expanding your skills as students, and one of the outcomes of this, I think it's going to change our world in a lot of ways. But I definitely think it's going to change the way we do education in the future. So, but again, I'm rambling. I digress. You guys are rolling your eyes, so you've already probably clicked stop. But I'll wrap up, and I'll try to be in touch. If I think of anything else I need to share or connect with you through the week. And again, get in touch with me if you need something. Everybody stay safe and take care.